Good afternoon. It's Sunday, June 14th, Gemini. New moon is coming this evening. That's some exciting new energy, definitely big shifts. Like I guess I've just been saying, lots of shifts have been happening, but the this one might be big and sudden, and I hope we are feeling strapped in or just ready to jump off the cliff down the waterfall, going over the edge and trusting that our landing is going to be soft and even if it's not soft, exciting in some way. Going along for the changes. Let's let go of some past energy. That's kind of what has been calling to me all week. I've been continued to be reminded of. And I found this beautiful little branch, little palm leaves here in Gianna's studio. So we're going to start with clearing some past out of the mental space. So I invite you now to soften your body, taking 3 deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, softening with every exhale, inviting in all the newness and freshness with every inhale. And exhale, letting go, becoming more clear, open and spacious. Last inhale with me. Big open mouth exhale. Some deeper breaths now, maybe, if that feels good. Big, deep inhales. Big exhales. Powerful release. Open mouth inhale. Big exhale. Let it go. Your own rhythm, in and out, in and out. When you're ready, we're going to take a big deep breath in together and hold at the top. Resume your normal breathing. Moving the toes, stretching the arms, whatever feels good, finding more space inside. knowing we are protected in love with every breath, guided to our highest path with every choice. Oh, divine human, you are so loved, so protected, surrounded by angels, the lights of the divine. Change is welcome. Change is safe. Your body is open. Your body is safe. One more gentle, rounded breath. Soft inhale. Soft exhale. And inviting in our ancestors, angels, guides of the highest divine light in your infinite form to be present in this space as we continue with cards, the guidance that you assist us with in the new steps of our journey. We accept, we honor, always are gracious for the gifts of wisdom that you offer our light body, our light within. So thank you for joining me today here at Ash River Rose. Got some special things, new things coming up for you within the next couple of days. So hopefully you're in alignment with all of that. All kinds of spatial shifts, mental shifts. The Threads of Fate card deck. I love this beautiful gold reflective energy. What do the threads of fate want to guide us in the next few days? This looks like a big one. It's just like screaming at me. Oh, transmute. We just did this one. The warrior, nature, and movement. Wow. Really huge common themes in a lot of my readings. We picked this beautiful boy up from the waiting room in the collective. So like, why is just this here for these people? We need to share this beautiful piece of earth with the people out there in the ether like you. So, movement, it's gorgeous. Snakes, that's what's happening. Let's get a little light there. Nature. Ooh, pine cone, I believe, with some eyes on it. Crystals, moon energy. the warrior. Beautiful earthy ram, horns, a sword. And transmute. Sweet little bee. Oh. Some watery type of plant that it's sitting on. All right. Rose quartz buddies. There you go. Fallen angel once again. All right, transmute. Oh, I'm not gonna have enough space for the warrior. There's always room for the warrior. Let's see what we can do. Labradorite here. What can I do? Build a little tower. Okay. Here we are. Card tower. The warrior. Here she is. All right. It's like the sword and the stone. Very Arthurian. Okay. There she is. Let's do this. All right, I don't have my glasses. We're gonna freestyle. Okay, so we had movement, transmute, snake, movement. All right, we'll start with movement then. I think that's an earth energy. Fire, there we go, 62. 62, here we go. First of the fire, no, that's 50. Yeah, pays to bring your glasses, but here we go. Physical movement can quick start major shifts in our internal and external world. While this movement can take any form, keep in mind the type of movement we can do will invite in emotions and experience associated with it. Intense and rigorous movement can help us access our motivation, power, and fire. Slow and methodical movements can help us tap into our deeper feelings and especially helpful in releasing and allowing any stuck or stagnant energies within us to flow and bring space for the new. What type of movement do you need? How can you incorporate it into your day more? I've definitely been flowy movements lately, which is almost usually always the nature of my movements. I've been doing a lot of through this heart area, glands, like opening up the throat, moving the arms and flowing this in this type of movement. I've also been coming down onto my little seed position on the tippy toes with the heels up, squatting down, and then opening up, lifting up and growing like a flower, and then back down into the seed. Lifting up, growing. So that's the kinds of movements I've been doing. Feel free to comment on your movements lately. The snake. Just about every culture in the world has feared and revered the snake. They have become a powerful symbol of strength and transformation due to the shedding of their skin. But there is so much to learn about the snake, especially from how it slithers. It has taken science a long time to understand how a snake moves and moves so fast without the legs. Initially, it was thought that they used their immediate environment to propel themselves forward, for example, pushing off rocks. But eventually, it was revealed that they use their scales to create friction with the Earth's surface, even tiny grains of sands. And that friction, combined with contracting their powerful muscles, pushes them forward. We can call on Snake as a teacher for using the friction in our life as an opportunity for movement. I love that. And dandelion. Dandelion has gotten a reputation as being an annoying weed, but in reality, this little plant packs a powerful punch. It is loaded with vitamins and minerals, vitamin C, fiber, potassium, iron, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and phosphorus, just to name a few. It holds incredible medicine for our digestive system, in particular our stomach, liver, and pancreas. It supports us by stimulating the function of each organ while simultaneously detoxifying. In other words, it gets things moving. Emotionally, dandelion can support us in the same way. It can remove toxic imprints within your subtle body and attune you to a vibrant, empowered state. So true. We do need to ask Earth for assistance through times such as these. Detoxifying in our gentle ways, like through diets. It's an easy and easily monitored and controllable, our diet, to detox and to allow transformation to clear within our physical structure. And then, like it said in the book, our subtle body, the energetic imprints that we carry. So love those reminders. This, yes, nature. I forget the most basic things, and I'm talking about it right now. All right, nature is going to be in the earth section, that's for sure. All right, yes, here we go. Nature. Nature has a profound effect on our well-being. It increases creativity, relieves depression and anxiety, improves memory and focus, and it rewires our stress response hormones. Studies have shown that even looking at photographs of nature can be of a benefit. If you live in a place where you can easily access nature, spend some time this week to get out there. If you do not, think of some creative ways you can interact with nature from where you are. Whether this is sourcing local vegetables, plant medicine, or even spending time in a park, you can also create an altar using natural materials, sticks, leaves, grass, flowers, dirt, rocks, sand, or even however you feel called. Here is we've got our little rose quartz altar and the labradorite. Sometimes they want to do that front and center. So yeah, she wants to kind of show off her Labrador essence for you right there. Feeling it. There we go. And what else? We have hemlock for the herb that is supportive. It's one of the few trees that grows out of nurse logs. A nurse log is a decaying trunk or fallen tree that provides a home for a new tree to grow. And according to some studies, the nurse often provides better resources for the new plants than the forest floor could. In this way, hemlock teaches us how to find our specific needs. Nature provides nutrients for us, but what specifically about it? Sitting near water will bring out completely different things than sitting on a base of a tree or at the top of a mountain. Hemlock tells us to not treat the natural world as a monolith and consider developing deeper relationships with it and its various aspects. It's so true. Also love this nurse idea, and the fact that what's dying and has fallen away can help to germinate and produce the new. It's a beautiful concept. That's why it's important to let things fall away and die, because in that dying process, you're nurturing and allowing the new to come up. So, on that note, let's get the transmute card. Although I have read this recently, maybe you haven't heard it if you haven't looked at all of my videos yet. Transmute is the air element, number 44, in line with our Gemini new moon. Transmute. I love these cards. They're just going together perfectly in a tight little message. All right. Within you, dear soul, lies the ability to take dense energy and turn it into a lighter and higher vibration. You can do this in response to constricting situations, difficult relationships, or blockages within your internal landscape. Sometimes we do not need to consciously work at the issue, but simply have the intention of doing so. This card is an invitation to identifying that which needs to shift and creating a sacred container for what you want to transmute. The scarab beetle. It's so cute, the scarab beetle. The lady's mantle is this beautiful plant that the scarab is pictured on here. It is morning dew collects on these beautiful lady's mantle leaves. And the morning dew has always been revered as a magical substance throughout all kinds of cultures. Sometimes we know a truth, but are unable to fully grasp and integrate it. This is where lady's mantle shines. Call upon her when you need help transmuting that which you know into something that you can embody. On that note, and the warrior, my fierce followers. We're in this together. Nobody's following anybody else. The warrior, the ether element. We've gotten everything. Earth, air, fire, and ether. Oh no, no water yet. Which is lovely because last reading was so watery. That Pisces moon. All right, 116, number ether. The warrior. Pulling the warrior card indicates a need for strong fire energy and internal power. The warrior is a call to action as opposed to just a state of mind. It asks you to examine not just oppressive people in your life, but also the larger systems within the world, and then we get to work on them. The warrior is not about complacency and identifying where you need to stand up more. You may make those around you feel uncomfortable and defensive, but you must continue forward. The warrior can have a cutting message. It is saying, I see what you are doing, but what else can you do? Warrior sacrifices parts of themselves for humanity at large. The balanced warrior fights to create positive change, but may go about it in questionable ways. They are strong and resilient and do not have fear when they go up against oppressors. When the warrior is imbalanced, they can be inflammatory and hyper-aggressive. They can push those away that may be of use to them and easily bypass things that are good for them. They don't understand the concept of pick your battles and react with equal intensity no matter how big or small the issue is. The warrior, that's why it's the ram horns. I believe the warrior within us is calling to, well, the destruction card is what's just kind of laying here. I'm not sure where that is coming from, but let's call on destruction, see what it's trying to offer us. Here we go. Destruction. More fire energy. That's definitely supportive of the warrior. Fire, destruction. This card indicates that a choice must be made. It also asks you what needs to die. Maybe it's a limiting belief, an old inherited pattern, or a toxic relationship. Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. Sometimes once we identify what needs to go, it slips away easily. Other times it's a slow circle of releasing and then loosening the grip of our attachment. Be kind to yourself in this process. We establish attachments to things that do not serve us, but knowing something doesn't serve us does not mean it is easy to be let go of, especially if it has become a part of our identity. This process requires patience, practice, and self-compassion. Owl. People can be weary of owls as they have long been a symbol of death or bad omen. But there are so many things about this creature that make it a powerful guide. Owls can turn their heads 135 degrees in each direction, giving them 270 degrees of total vision. This is a testament to their ability in teaching us how to find the truth. Another thing that stands out about the owl is how they eat their prey. They will swallow it whole, digest what they can, and then vomit up what cannot be digested. The owl teaches us to distinguish between what supports us and what does not, and then guides us in removing that which we do not need. The elder tree. Elder has long been associated with darkness and mystery. It rules the last moon of the year when all returns to the earth. The name elder comes from the Anglo-Saxon word eid, meaning fire. This is an acknowledgement of the destruction that fire brings, but also the life that fire brings. The elder tree holds us in the darkest part of the year and guides us as we move within ourselves. In that way, it supports us during the destructive aspect of the fire. Elderberry can also regenerate. Elderberry can also regenerate easily, even from a fallen branch. In addition to that, every single part of the plant holds plant medicine. In these ways, elder guides us through the renewal that all destruction brings. It's so beautiful. I love this reading. It is definitely backing up this energy of the Gemini new moon. Let's just allow things to leave. We've been holding on to patterns and habits for too long as a collective, in our society, and personally. I invite that which is no longer serving me on the next leg of my journey to leave my energetic field with ease, with grace, and total surrender. And so it is. And if you didn't notice, I now have a pearl and jade pothos behind me. Again, kind of felt like foraging through the collective this morning and gathering some new things just to freshen up the space, change things up a little bit. Again, in a few more days, you're gonna see me in a whole new environment. So I'm going to be in nature, and I hope you join me there. I also am bringing the selenite tower front and center for us today. Selenite is a very cleansing stone. It can actually cleanse any other crystal by if you just put the crystal near it, and it cleanses energies. It's just like taking a huge eraser and starting all over again. Anything that you don't want in that particular field, whether it's physical, air, spacious, or energetic, emotional. Definitely keeping the sword in the stone because it's so fun there. All right. So, universal wisdom. What kind of guidance do you have for us in this coming period of shifting? What can you show us of grace? Oh, I love this one. Let's all do this together. Om. Om. Oh, that's where she wants to go. Just like that. So let's take some clearing breaths. Let's gently clear out. Exhale through the mouth. All the way as deep as you can. Squeeze that belly back. Clear it out. Inhale into the lungs. Draw it down into the belly. Wiggle the toes. See if you can draw breath into the Earth Star. If you're seated. And exhale, gently softening the shoulders. Lifting the chin. Closing the eyes if it feels comfortable for you. Inhaling from the crown, the beautiful light that surrounds us, up to the cosmos, drawing it down through the body into the earth. And one more exhale. Drawing that breath down again from the universe. Siphoning the energy in through our energetic crown and field. Inhaling. Connecting to that earth energy, growing roots, and as we exhale, join me in our own. Thank you, friends. We just practiced it. Now let's read up on it. The creation energy, gorgeous. I love that. Oh, let's create something new and powerful and so uniquely ours with our own. If we were to trace creation back to life source, it would lead to a point of light from which all creation stems. This point of light also exists inside our heart. It emanates a sound or vibration which resonates through all creation. This card has appeared in our reading to remind us of the unlimited creative power, healing, and wisdom that can be accessed through this sacred sound. Try the following meditation anytime you feel low on energy or out of balance in any way. Sit quietly, focus on your breath. As you relax, you will feel a point of light within your third eye area, the point between your eyebrows. Feel its vibration and sound flow through your mind and body. There are 7 main energy centers: the crown on the top of your head, third eye, the point between your eyebrows, throat center, heart center, solar plexus, sacral center, and the base center at the bottom of your spine. Focus on each energy center one at a time and feel each center being healed and balanced by the vibration of the eternal sound Om. Feel your energy levels rise as you align with the sacred sound of the universe. Practice this meditation daily to help you heal, inspire new creation. So from our crown, Hope you enjoyed that. We're going straight into the Rumi Oracle because this divine love so easily manifested when we allow ourselves surrender. The journey doesn't have to be difficult. It's only our ego that pushes us into wanting things a certain way. Love is so present, always wanting us to find the highest self. I love this one. The Dissolving Light. It is card number 3. All that golden energy. If you take a moment right now, close your eyes. The golden energy is found associated with the solar plexus, frequency of our power. Golden light to surround us. Knowing that power is not something that we need to wield like a sword, but is a gentle expression of our truth and the strength that comes from our hearts. Rumi. I'm going to read all of it today if I can. I'll see what my eyesight wants to do. All right, beautiful, beautiful souls. The dissolving light. I died as mineral and became a plant. I died as plant and rose to animal. I died as animal and I became human. Why should I fear anything? When was I ever less by dying? Dare to take my hand and become set alight with holy fire, my cherished one. Step forward with me, let us burn together, disembodied in the light that cannot be extinguished. This is the light that burns with such incandescent truth that no falsehood can withstand its audacious vibrancy. Come with me now to the light. Together, we shall melt into truth. There's a light so intense, so powerful that nothing other than itself, its own truth, can exist in its presence. It is the sacred seed, the star of your being, lit up from within. It is the light that never goes out. It is the light that is so powerful, it is beyond duality of light and dark. It cannot ever be extinguished or diminished, and simply quite beyond all logic. It just is. Certainly no lie or deception or boundary or defense can remain intact in its presence. The blazing divinity of this light sears through any pretense, annihilates illusions, and takes us into stark experience of divine truth. It is gentleness, and yet it cannot be overcome. It is enduring power, and yet it is tender. Though you seek the divine and even know it as love, you also know that it is fierce, wild, inexplicable, and demanding beyond all measure. It wants you completely, utterly, without condition. There will be times in your life, such as now, when there is something not worthy of you that must be released. This is a falsehood, a lie, or deception of some sort that you have come to believe about yourself, your life, or perhaps even another. You may not know what that deception is, or it may be about to be unveiled. It is not a cause for fear or concern, but for celebration. An illusion has or soon will be released, and you shall become free, free in a way that only truth can provide. This oracle comes to you as a sign of that which is to come and soon. The beloved divine presence is calling to you, igniting within your deepest being so that it may have its way with you. The divine within wants to live through you and into the world, reaching into the hearts of many and igniting those hearts into greater life. It is a clever and insatiable lover. It will stop at nothing until the entire human race is restored to the wild divine freedom of ecstatic divine reunion, completely and utterly ignited in love. And so the great lover, the divine, calls for you to enter into the white-hot field of its passionate presence. There will be sizzle and burn. It cannot be otherwise. In the height of summer, you cast aside the layers of clothing you require in winter. This is natural. You do not think twice about it. As you approach the radiant sun of divinity, your emotional and psychological layers are to be shed too, for they are too heavy for the heat of this great spiritual sun. What cannot stand the heavenly heat is to be cast aside swiftly by conscious choice, or shall simply burn up, dissolving in the light and melting away. What is left shall be what is true. So here is your guidance, sweet lover of the great divine. Give it up. The smallness, the conditions, the fears and doubts, the lack of reverence for yourself and life, the belief that somehow things are not okay or aren't going to work out. That is a paltry attempt at truth. What are coming into a truth now? You are coming into a truth now that is far more worthy of you, a truth with a capital T. Love, trust, surrender. This is about a sacred shedding without fear or holding back. Cast aside whatever would hold you back rather than free you to fly into your divine destiny. You are not to be the same from this moment on. That is the holy word, the word inscribed in living divine fire on your holy heart. This oracle brings you guidance. Trust in your changing perspective and perceptions. Don't hold on to what you once believed or thought to be true. Allow yourself to be shown another version of events, another way of perceiving. Don't focus on what is not working for you in your current estimation of things, for that is nothing more than a passing opinion. You are being given an opportunity to set and know yourself, to see and know yourself. Others and other particular life circumstances vary differently. Embrace it. Don't resist what is being shown to you, for even if there are some struggles in adjusting your view at first, ultimately the change in perception will free you and bring you more deeply into the wellspring of your own inner peace and happiness. sacred honoring ritual. Place hands on your heart and say the following out loud. The eternal light burns through that which is unworthy and frees me into unconditional love and truth now. I am blessed by the grace of the sacred brother. The universe and I open my heart to the tender fire of passionate presence. Through merciful compassion and my own free will, I ask to be shown the greater truth that will set me free. So be it. Closing your eyes, allowing a deeper meditation, embracing the journey, includes surrendering, peeling off the layers like a snake, and growing within the detritus of the old as the hemlock. Embracing our full power with a simple release, giving up. Sometimes the warrior is that of peace. Holding our peace in this chaotic world. Can be an act of defiance. I invite you into that space with me right here. Blessed souls, may your journey, this total darkness of the moon, be as sacred as a seed being pressed deeply and comfortably into the earth. And as the light continues to grow throughout the following days, the time passes. May the seed that sprouts surprise you in all its miraculous ways. Thank you for joining me today. I look forward to exploring new spaces around us and within us, embracing the adventure, honoring ourselves, our journey. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed soul.